Hi, this is Stephen from OWNorDisown. There's been one laptop I've wanted to try for a long time, and that was the Sager NP7958F1, which is the same as the Clevo NH58AF1. I saw it initially actually at CES 2020, and it remains today as still having the most powerful CPU you can have in a 15-inch laptop. It uses a desktop 3000 series Ryzen chip. Now my unit has the 12-core Ryzen 9 3900, which is a 65-watt part that boosts up to 4.3 GHz, but it will also work with this 16-core 3950X, which is insane. Now the starting price is $1,819, but Gentech often has a 3% discount coupon code. Plus, if you don't live in California, there's no sales tax, which is a huge saving. Now when I bought my Dragon Shield from them, that saved me $200 alone. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. It only comes with an RTX 2070 and that CPU won't be any good for gaming. Well, I don't feel that is true at all. Now, I didn't have a whole lot of time with it, so this is more of a performance review. Although it does have a plastic build, it does feel durable. And to be fair, Clevo builds these like a tank. The lid has quite a clean silver look to it, as does the keyboard deck. Clevo likes using separate mouse buttons, and I found them to be okay, and they also include a number pad. It does have a single zone RGB key lighting, which can be changed via software, and it has a 144Hz 1080p panel. On the left, it has the RJ45 port, two USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports, and a micro SD card slot. Now I feel that this should have been a full-size SD slot, since I imagine content creators would be interested in the power that this laptop has. And on the right, you have a separate audio jack and USB 2.0. Around the back is a USB-C port that also supports DisplayPort 1.4, as well as a separate mini DisplayPort 1.4 port and, of course, an HDMI port. So you can actually use it to power 3 external monitors. Now most of the ports are around the back, and I do like that because it does keep the right hand side relatively free of cables. It comes with a 62 watt-hour battery that will only last you between 90 minutes and 2 hours, since there is no Optimus on this laptop. Now it is swappable, so you can actually carry a second one around with you. But for all intents and purposes, this machine is a desktop replacement and will likely stay on your desk. Although with a combined travel weight with its 230 watt power brick, it only weighs 7 pounds 9 ounces. It has some decent air intakes on the underside, and the first thing you will notice are the thick 6 copper heat pipes. There is an open 2.5-inch bay for a hard drive, 2 RAM slots that can be configured up to 64 GB of DDR4 3200 MHz, and you have 2 M.2 slots. Now the fans do get quite loud under load, probably around about 55 decibels I would say. And at idle, they're not that bad either, but they're certainly not silent. Still, the thermals weren't bad if I recall, plus you can always have GentechPC repaste it, for only 1 cent, even with liquid metal. Now I think that is a great deal. Now in Far Cry New Dawn, it got 94 FPS at ultra settings, which is 13% faster than the similarly priced Zephyrus G15 with the 80 to 90 watt RTX 3070, which uses Optimus. Even the mighty 125 watt RTX 3070, also with no Optimus, was only 13% faster. In Shadow the Tomb Raider without ray tracing, it was 30% behind that 3070, and about the same with ray tracing set to ultra, but only 5% behind the 2070 Super. So yeah, it games well enough for most people. But of course, the CPU is the star of the show. In 3D Mark, it trades blows with my desktop i9-10900K. And in my charts, I also show how it gets on with mobile Ryzen CPUs. GEEKBENCH 5, it reigns supreme, 7% faster than the much higher clocked 10-core i9-10900K and 47% faster than one of the fastest mobile CPUs you can get right now, the 5900HX. In Cinebench R20, it matched the 10900K in both single and multi-core performance. The mobile 5900HS has 15% faster single core performance, but a lot of software is now becoming more multi-threaded. So even the 5900HS, with its tremendous score of 5100, the Sage's 3900 is 23% faster in the multi-core test. A real-life workload may well be using Handbrake to encode one file to another. and it is 24% faster than the 5900HS and 13% faster than the desktop 10900K. Now, to suffice it to say, no matter what workload you throw at this Ryzen 3900, it matches or beats the higher clocked 10900K in every test, and there's no way you will see that chip in a laptop. Perhaps the new Rocket Lake chips being announced shortly might be a contender, but I suspect they'll be more likely to compete with their AMD's mobile offerings. Now, I do have the 9900K in my 17-inch Clevo, and it can't hold a candle against this 3900 chip. So the Sager is ideal for anyone wanting true desktop-like performance, but in a portable form factor. It can also game pretty well. You get plenty of storage options, and also you can get upgraded to have plenty of RAM. And also, GentechPC do have great pricing on repasting, and I can attest that Gentech did a great job on my Dragon Shield, and I wouldn't hesitate to use them again. I'd like to thank you for watching. Bye now.